decision, man. Because, yeah, come on, man. It's out of bounds, man. You're back here at Toronto FC, and let's talk tactics. We're going to go down a list, and the list is about 7 things that I feel you need to know to be a quality winger, a good winger, and to be effective in the game. So first, we're going to go over your speed, your quickness, your how fast you are. The reason why these guys out here need to be fast is because oftentimes you're covering this entire area. On offense, this is when you want to get wide. But the reason, as I said, speed is important is because you want to be able to get up and down these wings, inside, cover your distance, make runs. So first one, speed, very important. And there's obviously drills and things you can do to help yourself gain the speed, but that's something for another video. Number 2, we're going to talk about your touch and control. So when you're playing the wing, sometimes these guys here, the center defensive midfielders, even the wing back, they can take a ball and find a switch. Even the center defensive mids, they can find a switch out to here. So you want to be able to have that trust. You want players to have that trust in you that if they want to get out of pressure and find the switch, that you're going to bring it down. So working on your touch, working on your control with the ball, playing with the ball as much as you can is very important, because at the end of the day, when you're out on these wings, especially because the sidelines here, you want to be able to control any ball that's coming in the air from a long distance. And I know for some players, when you're growing up in your youth, it can be kind of intimidating and scary when a long ball is coming to you and you don't really know what to do with it, but you need to practice and have repetition. And the best advice I can give you is to find a wall. Find a wall that the ball can bounce back to you from the air, and you can control the ball with the inside of your foot, your chest, your thighs. And this is the best way that I believe to gain control and to gain confidence in your ability to deal with balls in the air. So number 3, we're going to talk about your dribbling cleverness and your control with dribbling. So when I say dribbling cleverness, what do I mean by that? Well, you don't have to be a Neymar, a Di Maria. You don't have to be the most skillful players on the pitch to be an effective winger out here. But what you do have to have is a little bit of cleverness about you with your dribbling. So let's say for the purpose here, I'm just gonna put 2 backs here. You want to be able to drive at defenders and keep them guessing. So if you come here and you cut inside, then they're able to shoot. If you did that the last time, you can come at them, then go down the line, and then you cross. You switch it up like this, and then it keeps this guy guessing and backpedaling. He doesn't know what to do. Or you can simply, even when you get it, you can pass the ball back. There's nothing wrong with passing the ball backwards. Because why? You might have support here. You might have support from these players here. And there's nothing wrong with passing the ball back, because then you can reset the play and come across and find another outlet. But either way, whatever you do, whether you pass the ball back, you drive at him, go down the line, drive at him, cut inside, and shoot, you're keeping the players guessing. They don't know what you're going to do. So it opens up the game for you in the long run. Now we're going to talk about number 4, tactical understanding of your position and other players. So what I mean by that is, first off, as a winger, if you don't understand what your job is, you're going to be lost in the game. You're not going to get your touches in. You're not going to be involved, especially if the pitch is wide. Because I know, let's say, for example, if you play in America, the fields are not as wide as in Europe. But if you get stuck out here too wide, and the play is going on elsewhere, you're gonna be out of the game. So understanding your position, when and when not to do things. So for example, in the modern game, wing backs are very important now. So if I know some of you guys watch players like Neymar and players like this, those players who are wingers, they have to come inside and inhabit the space between backs. Right? They like to get into these pockets right here, between, for the midfielders to find them here so they can be more effective coming here. But while they're doing this and coming inside, it allows these wing backs to channel up and down, like a Robertson or a Trent Arnold, for example. If you're stuck out here, it really limits the wing back because he can't really go anywhere if you're stuck out here. And obviously he's not going to come inside. So you're actually hurting your chances. But if you want to be more effective on the pitch as a winger, you come in here. Not only are you giving this guy an option to get up and down the line to give yourself an option for crosses, but also if you get the ball in here, you're now centered towards the goal. At the end of the day, the goal is in the middle of the pitch. The closer you are to the center, the more likely it is for you to score. That's why some of your best players and your best wingers, if you watch them, the Eden Hazards in his prime and players like this, when they were scoring goals, it was always coming from them inhabiting the space inside. I mean, obviously, some of these players, they free roamed. They would free roam in between here. Depends on your coach, who your coaching is, and playing style. But sometimes, just coming in here and cheating the space just a little bit will help you to get the ball in these spaces and turn. That way you can go towards goal or find a pass and things of this nature. What we just spoke about with all this also goes with positioning. So let me just make this board back the way it should be. So let's say you have your number 11, which is you're the winger. You have your 10, and you have your 7 out here. So on defense, you have your backs. So your right back is tucked in, and it's a little bit more compact. Let's say the number 10 has this ball here. And I'm putting this in simpler terms so that you can understand your position here. Number 10 has this ball here. You have a few options as a winger. You can stay wide, depending, you're watching these guys. You're watching to see what their positioning is. You can stay wide and receive the ball here at your foot. But at the end of the day, that's not really hurting anybody. The reason why you stay wide though is, let's say if this guy's backed off a little bit more and you can't really make a run this deep. You're not gonna get a pass through here. You have to look at the angles, the body angles and body shape. But if this guy's up here, right, you can't get the ball wide here. Well, you can, but there's a chance this guy can intercept, and also you might just end up passing it back, and it's a useless ball, it's a useless pass. You're trying to be effective and affect the game. So where do you want to go? So you have different options. You can run through here, so that this ball can be played through here. So if you run through here, and this ball is played through here, then you're going into goal. Or maybe even you have the ball, you can cross it into here, there's a goal there. You can make a run down here and get a ball over top. That's also an option. Now you can make a run down there, a run there, and this is personally my favorite run that I think is the most effective out of any runs I've seen. If you can watch the shoulder or sneak on the back shoulder from these guys, you can sneak in here and go like this. And if you get really good at this and you're quick enough, you can even start running across 2. If you see like this player is checking in here, let's say the dimensions are a little bit back and your number 9 is checking in a little bit further, you can even take his space and go in behind or come here. If you overtake 2 passing lanes here, it confuses these defenders because they're not going to talk that quick. They can't say, hey, guys coming. Like, they might say it, but by the time they get to say that, you're already in. And if you have a good midfielder, he's going to play it over top, and you might get a chance here. You can play it in here. It's hard to track a guy like this because if this player is looking at this guy with the ball, his eyes are facing where? His field of vision is here. If you run on you're in his blind spot. If you run on the inside of him, by the time he reacts, you're already on his inside and the ball's already here. You're already on his inside. Once again, ball can play over. You can go in on goal. Just as important as the offensive is the defensive. Now, I mentioned it earlier, but if the ball with the other team is over here, everyone's going to close down as a unit here. So if you're over here, you don't want to still be out here waiting for God to come back. You don't want to be running here either. That's useless. You can't help your team there. But as a winger, defensively, you have to stay tucked in. This is your responsibility. This whole section here is your responsibility. So yes, it's all good and great to worry about, oh, the scoring, the assist, and all this, but how about defensively? Can we get to where we need to be and do what we're supposed to do and help our team defend? Because if you're out here, you're just leaving spaces for your team and for your team to get exposed. And a lot of mistakes happen from wingers like this. You want to take responsibility for what your position is. Don't shy away from defending just because you don't like it. You guys just watched Let's Talk Tactics with Rounder FC. And I hope you guys stick around for the next one. And if you haven't, just subscribe so that you can keep up to date with my videos to come. Because I have plenty more to share and plenty more to do with you guys. And until next time, take care.